All right, it's November 9th, 2018, about 2:55 p.m. Mike Christian with Tyler Sexton and Madeline Lombardi. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Madeline, we've talked a couple times before, but we're getting a recorded statement this time. Tell me about this weekend, I guess starting Saturday, about the party and then proceeding into Sunday morning, if you don't mind. And if I have something in particular, I'll stop you or ask you. But
Okay. On Saturday afternoon, the first person arrived, I think somewhere between 4 and 4:30. And she brought over some food and some decorations, so I greeted her and helped her set up the decorations and the food. And then...
Who was that?
That is Nicole. She was the first one, okay? And after that, I guess maybe 45 minutes to an hour, Jean and her friend Stacy arrived, and Jean came up, and I think she went take a bath or do her makeup or something like that, and Stacy stayed down here, and Stacy brought more food, so we were helping Stacy put that out. And after that, I'm not too sure who arrived next, because the guests were supposed to be here at 7, except for the ones that had let Jean know that they were going to be late. So people started coming in between, like, all the way up till 7 o'clock, and then the last person to arrive was Tam, and I think that was sometime 8 or 8, after 8 sometime. And everybody started mixing drinks and eating food and talking, and some people brought gifts, and we put them aside till later. And that went on for a little while, and when the game got ready to come on, the LSU game, all the girls went sit. Well, let me backtrack a minute. The next person that arrived was, let me think of her name, Bridget and her husband. Okay. So Bridget and her husband got here. The girls were already on the couch, and they were saying, Bridget, come sit down. And then Tam was going to take a picture of everybody on the sofa, and she wasn't in the picture. And I said, no, go sit down over there. I'm going to take the picture. So then I took a picture of everybody. I had made gumbo that day, so I kept telling them, hey, y'all got to eat some of this gumbo. And then we sat down and we watched the game. I watched till halftime.
Is that the picture you took?
Yes.
So you're taking this picture?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. And I watched the game till halftime, and Tom, Stacy's husband Tom, and Jean's boyfriend Jose were downstairs in the basement watching the game down there, because all the girls were supposed to be upstairs, because the plan was that the girls, no one was going to have to drink and drive, and that the girls were going to stay and sleep over. So they were downstairs, and at halftime they came up, and I said to them, hey guys, y'all can eat first, but you have to go get ice, because everybody's out of ice. And Tam and I and Stacy went outside, and Tam smoked a cigarette, and then Stacy got up and left, and then when Tam finished smoking the cigarette, then her and I came in, and the last thing I said was, I like your Dalmatian pajamas. And she asked me, do you have any ice? And I said, I got one tray of ice downstairs. So I went down there to the basement where I keep just an old-fashioned tray. And I said, I'm sorry, I don't have a lot, this is it. And she said, well, it's enough for a drink. And then I fixed me a glass of ice water. And she fixed her drink. And then another girl came and said, oh, no more ice, because we were all putting their cup underneath the refrigerator. And I said, if you don't mind, I said, I can pour my water out, you can have mine until the guys get back. And she took my ice. And then after that, I went downstairs. And while the guys were gone, I took a bath. And I think I turned on the TV for a little while. And I started to get tired. So I synced my phone up with the Bose speaker downstairs for an app that's nature noises, and I put on Thunderstorm. And because it was the Bose speaker, and I didn't want to hear when they're upstairs, especially when the kids are home, they're really loud and they're thumping on the floor and everything, and it's like, oh my God, I can't go to sleep with all that noise. So I put that on, and then after that, I never got up a single time. But I turned the music down, I don't know, sometime, I guess during the early morning hours, because I felt like, oh my God, I got this so loud. Maybe I'm keeping other people awake, so I turned the music down. And then around 8:30, I started looking at the clock and thinking, you know what, it's time to get up. And I think I lingered in bed for probably close to 15 minutes, and my coffee maker is downstairs in the basement. So I usually walking around getting stuff ready for the coffee maker because I have an espresso maker, and you have to empty out the grinds from the day before.
I'm going to confuse you here.
Okay, you go right ahead.
I'm going to confuse you.
Okay.
You woke up at 8:30.
I didn't get out of bed.
That's fine. You don't have to get out of bed.
Yeah, but you know how you in that
Had
fog?
you set your clock back the night before?
No.
Okay.
But my clock was already from the last time I came.
So it never got unset.
From last daylight savings time, because I didn't know how to do it. It's a clock that was never set back from daylight savings time. I would always have to add an hour.
Okay, so the clock was on correct time.
Yeah.
So you got up at 8:30.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so anyway, this little coffee maker, I always have to empty out the grinds when I'm getting ready to use it. So I walked by the window, I knocked out the grinds, and then I went get the coffee maker started, and I went stand by the window, and I was just staring out the window, and I saw those Dalmatian pajamas tan. But I couldn't remember her name.
Right.
Because that was the first time I'd met her. So I didn't start the coffee. I got on my knees and I said a prayer, and then I ran upstairs and I knocked on the door, and I thought I heard water running, and I thought maybe Jose and Jean were taking a shower. So I went downstairs because I was like thinking I shouldn't wake up. Maybe she's up. So I went downstairs and I looked out the window again, and then it was just like, I couldn't believe my eyes. I was saying inside my head, she's not moving, she's not moving. So then I went and knocked on the door louder.
You never went out there? You just walked through the window, right?
No.
Okay.
And that's when I told Jose that I knocked on the doors. Jean said, come in, and they were sitting up in bed. And I said, Jose, and I looked at Jean and I said, I just want to talk to Jose. I want him to come downstairs with me. And Jean said, why? What's wrong? And I said, your friend from the islands is laying in the backyard and she's not moving. And then that's when Jose went out and Jean went out right behind them. I don't even know which door they went out of. I came back in here and I guess we woke up Jen, because we were talking, and she could hear Jean coming down the stairs. I think Jen and another girl slept in that bedroom down
bedroom.
here.
Was anybody sleeping in the living room?
No, nobody in the living room. Tom and Stacy were sleeping upstairs in Emma's room, but apparently they had left sometime in the early morning hours or something. You know, they have kids, so I guess they just got some rest and slept off their alcohol and then decided to leave. But Jen was the only other person that was here, and then she asked what's going on.
I'm gonna start charging y'all rent.
Get out of my head.
Look, and I just went and got y'all gift cards.
Oh, were they gonna
Being
bring them
so
on? I told
nice.
them I just made them cookies.
But then I was told I shouldn't because then it could look bad if I give you something before the case is closed.
Oh, well, you better wait.
So, and it's very stereotypical because I figure all cops go to Dunkin' Donuts, right?
You may have something.
Do you need me or can I go upstairs and get ready for this funeral?
Go do your thing.
Okay, perfect.
So anyway,
Oh, yeah, and then after that, I mean, it wasn't but a few minutes before the police were here. Yeah, and Jose came in and, well, I don't even think Jose came in. Jean said, should I call 911? And she had her phone in her hand, and Jose said yes, and then after that, the police were here.
okay. Think about this. Questions been asked by her family, or they have made a thing about she was the only one here that smoked. Did you see anyone else smoking that was
No.
here? Okay.
No.
About what time did you go to bed?
At halftime. I never looked at the clock.
Okay.
Whatever time
the game started at
halftime
8,
was.
what, 10 o'clock?
Started at 8. Yeah, halftime would probably be
Yeah, about
9:30 or 10 maybe.
Yeah.
And the only guys here were Jose, Tom, anybody else? Any other men?
No.
You said she was making a drink and she used your ice. And what was she drinking? What did you see her drinking?
The vodka she brought.
The vodka bottle? Okay.
Yeah. And also she asked for, did we have any more limes? And I gave her the limes out the refrigerator, and she cut more limes.
What was she mixing the vodka with, you know?
I'm not quite sure, but I think it was water.
Okay. How was she, I don't know, her level of intoxication or impairment? Did she seem like she was really drunk or not at all? Or
No, she didn't seem really drunk at all because there was another girl here. I believe her name might be Marjorie or Molly or something that starts with an N. And both of them were from Florida, and they were having a discussion while I went get the ice, and I came back and I listened to the discussion. They were having a discussion about both being from Florida and that they didn't want to change their Florida driver's license because they love Disney World, because they got a huge discount by being Florida residents. And I told them that my daughter worked an 8-month internship at Disney World, and we went 4 times that year, and it's like we're Disney addicts too. She mentioned that she was so happy to be out of the house because it was going to be just a girls' night, and she was late because she fixed dinner for her husband and the kids, and then made a breakfast casserole in the morning for him that he could throw in the oven so that they'd have an easy breakfast.
So she seemed happy.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, she was super friendly and warm person, easy to get to know.
The last time you saw her was, you went down at halftime, right? Is that what you said? Okay. All right. Any conflict with anybody that you saw?
No.
Or any kind of argument or?
No, in fact, once I put that thunderstorm on the Bose speaker, I didn't hear a single thing going on down here. I went to sleep right away.
Did I hear her say that the funeral is it this afternoon?
The visitation is this afternoon, and the burial is tomorrow.
Okay.
And I understood they were cremating her. Is that
Oh,
or the services tomorrow, one way or the
Yeah.
other?
yeah, I didn't know because John didn't mention it, and I don't know.
Is there anything that you can think of that I didn't ask you that maybe I should?
Yes.
What?
Okay. When Tam went out to smoke pot, I went out with her.
Did she smoke marijuana here?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
What time was that?
Right. I guess from in between the time that she arrived and the time that the game started.
Okay.
Somewhere's in between that picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something I didn't know. So what else do you know I don't?
That's the only thing.
Okay.
That's the only thing, because to hide anything or try to conceal anything would be so deceitful, and I wouldn't be able to lay my head on a pillow tonight. Because I've just been praying for God to reveal some answers in this case, because it doesn't make any sense.
What do you think happened?
Well, you know, at first, when I saw her, it was crazy. I just thought, why is she sleeping outside?
Yeah, like she just passed out. Boy, they had a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought, why is she sleeping out there? You know, and then my brain was just like, that's not a natural way to be sleeping, the way
Yeah.
she was laying, you know, with her face down. It was like, that's not natural. And then I started thinking, it's cold out there. That ground is cold.
Right.
Yeah, and then after, I guess the only speculation I would have had is that she went downstairs and that she tripped over that metal piece, because I'm tripped over that metal piece. Because I had a dog here for a few days. My ex-boyfriend brought our dog to me because he had to go to work in South Carolina, so I had to go take the dog home to my son because John doesn't want dogs in the house. But I would go outside with the dog when the dog was here and play with the dog, and I would trip over that crazy metal piece out there, and then I'd think, stupid, you know the metal's here, step over it. And I thought maybe, and I just wondered too about how she could wander down in the dark down there, because I have one light on and it's still on. I haven't turned it off, I just can't. And I turned the lamp on in the basement, which I don't usually do, because I thought, what if people come downstairs, then, you know, it would be dangerous.
Right.
And I don't remember if the lights on were outside or.
But knowing what you
not.
know now, what do you think happened?
It's baffling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's baffling.
One of the other girls that was here is picking me up for the funeral. Do you want me to call her and tell her to come early, or do you not need us?
If you can.
Yeah, if she can.
right, her name's Nicole Lawson.
Excuse me.
We know Nicole.
John,
Everybody else, we're all supposed to meet together and go over.
Okay.
John,
Well, I'm in my night.
do I have to pick up the kids?
Yeah, you gotta get the boys, not them.
Oh, okay. Just checking, I didn't know. Okay.
But, yeah, so,
Oh,
how many do you want?
What time can she be here? You know?
She's home right now. Cause she just texted me asking me what time will I be ready.
We'll end the interview at 15, 13 hours.